Hi guys, Artiar here. So for this video is about the leaks, not leaks. The Dislyte JP server. They made a mistake. They uploaded the wrong link to cause they should be uploading the new version preview, but instead of that, they uploaded the Esper profile for Jinchu. So yeah, so we can actually take a look at his kit already, but in Japanese. But we have some translation here. So let's take a look first.
Okay, I'm rolling, I'm riding, rolling, I'm flexing while driving, rolling,
犯人ども準備はいいか拷問の時間だ
Okay.
悪は暴力でねじ伏せるこれが俺の答えだ
Okay, we go to the skill part.
riding, falling like I never spent.
So we can tell it's S1 damage, right? And then from the translation here, this is the translation one. So S1, he will deal true damage to one enemy based on his attack percentage and defense percentage. How many percentage we won't know yet. And then if he have the punishment buff, he will attack 3 enemy and inflict condemnation debuff on the target. And if you awakening it, which is Ascension 3, it will possessing the Majesty buff and remove one of his own debuff and increase his own AP. So what is the punishment buff? Punishment buff is his attack and defense is increased already. Then the effect of increased attack power is enhanced by the number of debuff granted by allies. So the more debuff granted by your team, the higher the attack power it is. Then the effect of increase the defense is enhanced by the number of buff granted by the user. So the more buff he have, the higher defense he have. The more debuff on the enemy, the higher attack power for his skill is increased. And this punishment is a self buff. It's not only applied for S1. But if you are casting S1 and you have the punishment buff, then it will attack 3 enemy. And then apply this condemnation debuff on the target. So what is the condemnation debuff is when he attack, he will take damage by himself, which means he'll reduce his own max HP and his own and the AP gauge of the giver is increased. So his AP will increase once per turn. So casting S1, if you have punishment buff, you'll have higher defense, you have higher attack, your attack percentage, the damage percentage is increased, and you inflict debuff. Oh, you inflict debuff to them, and then when they attack, they will take damage based on their max HP, which kind of like the Ethan's panic gaze, and then the AP gauge of the giver is okay. So his S1 attack you. If you have the punishment buff, your defense and attack is increased, and then the damage is increased, right? Based on the debuff of the enemy and based on the buff on yourself. And you also apply this debuff to them, which is condemnation. If the enemy attacks, the enemy will take damage based on their max HP, and you, cause you are the giver, you are Jin. What's his name again? Okay, you are the giver, right? So you will get AP after the enemy attack. So you get yourself AP boost. This is his S1. Then S2, he'll consume his own HP and gain punishment buff for himself. So you're going to cast S2 first before you're going to cast S1 because you want the punishment buff for yourself. And if your HP is certain, reach until certain percentage, so I assuming like 30%, then you'll gain a Majesty buff, and then you take another turn. So S2 can be like a genie. Genie S2, when you cast S2, you're going to take one more turn, right? But for his condition, if you reach certain max HP, like 50%, then you're going to get another turn and one Majesty. Then Majesty is you regain HP according to the damage, so it's like a leech buff. You regain HP based on the damage. Yeah, it's like a leech buff, and then you gain shield at your end of the turn. Okay, so this is like a survival skill and increase your damage as well because of the punishment buff. Then for S3, he will deal true damage again to all enemy based on his attack and defense. So he's attack and defense skilling, and grants the condemnation debuff, which is this one, the one that can boost yourself AP, and then enemy will take max HP damage, and then the more debuff the enemy has, the more damage this skill does. So basically, his kit is surrounding around this condemnation buff and punishment. So he'll be kind of tanky because of the defense increase, and you're gonna skill with defense, right? Because all his attack is scaling with defense, and then you're gonna deal S3. Everyone get the condemnation, and then if the enemy start to attacking, they will deal they will minus their own HP, and then you get AP push. If he's gonna die, you cast S2, he'll consume certain percentage HP, he'll get himself punishment buff, and then he's gonna get majesty buff, and then take one more turn, because when he is low HP, he's gonna get this effect as well. Then his main DPS will from S1, you're gonna deal true damage, and then if you have punishment, which you're gonna have because you cast S2, then you're gonna hit 3 enemy, and then inflict the debuff again. So this is his kit for now, because this is just a brief translation, but we will still have to see how he performs when he goes to PTR server. So let's take a look at his skill effect. Then S2, he's gonna reduce like 20% HP, and then he gets 2 turns of the buff, which is the what's that called? Punishment buff. Oh, they didn't show S3. Okay, they cast. So S3 deal AoE damage, and then 2 turns of silver room debuff of the condemnation. He have a very interesting kit, because this is a new buff and debuff, right? This one works like Panic Gaze, but it won't increase the CD, because Panic Gaze can increase the CD. But instead of that, he's gonna get AP push. Right, so that's all for the leaks for his skill kit today. Then tomorrow is the patch note. We're gonna take a look at his kit and the other updates as well, and the rest we're gonna see at the PTR server. Right, see you guys in the next video. Bye bye.